Hey everyone! Today we're unboxing the Origin TANCHJIM Lost Manor limited edition. It's been 5 years since our last limited release. And this one brings together the passion of both our design and engineering teams. So let's dive in and take a closer look at this earphone that feels more like a piece of art than just audio gear. The Lost Manor box is much larger than the regular Origin package. On the front, you get a full illustration inspired by the Lost Manor theme. And on the back, just like always, you'll see the product details and specs. Once you slide off the outer sleeve, you'll see the inner box with its detailed patterns. It's styled to look like moss-covered stone bricks, tying perfectly into the whole Lost Manor theme. Opening up the inner box, the first thing you'll notice is the booklet folder featuring an illustration of a TANCHJIM. Used like our other products, it holds the manuals and quick guides. But this time, there are a couple of extras: a Lost Manor themed sticker for your journal, and even a pair of protective covers for the earphone faceplates. Looking further down, you'll find a sheet of semi-transparent protective film tucked under the booklet folder. Let's take it out, and don't toss this away, it's actually pretty useful. I'll show you what it's for a little later. And here they are, the earphones themselves finally revealed. Handle them carefully when you take them out, since they can slip quite easily. This design blends a matte finish with a glossy mirror surface. On the faceplate, you'll notice an engraving of a TANCHJIM along with the Lost Manor crest. And the limited edition number is etched on the back of the right shell. Let's slip on the protective covers right away so the panels don't get scratched during setup later. Let's set the earphones aside for now and check out this hardcover Lost Manor art book. It's a work that our art director and 4 illustrators spent over 6 months bringing to life. Inside, you'll discover the story of Lost Manor, along with the creative process behind it, making this a truly special keepsake. Right beneath the art book, you'll see 2 sets of pressure leaf ear tips along with a few spare nozzles. We recommend going with the wide bore tips, since the tuning was done around them, and they add a nice bit of sparkle to the highs. They can be a little tricky to put on at first, but once you press at the right spots, they'll snap into place just fine. As for the spare nozzles, just check the letters engraved on them. The default nozzle on the earphones is marked with an S, which stands for standard. The spares include an L for light tuning, and a D for dynamic tuning. Swapping them is simple: just twist off the old one, and screw in the new one. One important thing to remember: always use the same type of nozzle on both sides, otherwise the sound will end up unbalanced. And don't lose the tiny translucent rubber ring on each nozzle. That's what keeps the front chamber sealed tight. Next, let's lift out the divider and take a look at the carrying case. His one is custom made for the Lost Manor edition, and it's noticeably bigger than the standard case. Inside, you'll find the limited edition stock cable along with 3 interchangeable plugs: a 3.5mm standard, a 4.4mm balanced, and a Type-C. When attaching a plug, just line up the little arrow with the small triangle. Once aligned, it clicks right in. On the other end, the 0.78mm 2-pin connectors go into the earphones. The earhook direction and the LR markers, blue dot for left, red dot for right, matching the marks on the back of the shells. Finally, let's talk about storage. Since this is a limited edition piece with real collector's value, the last thing you want is scratches or scuffs. That's where the semi-transparent protective film we saw earlier comes in. Just wrap the earphones with it before putting them in the case. It keeps the lining from shedding or leaving marks on the shells, and it also helps prevent scratches from movement. The same goes for the spare plugs and nozzles. Pop them into the little zip bags and store them in the case as well. This way you can carry everything with you without worrying about any damage. That's it for today's video. See you.